Hi, Jim Krigbaum here today. I'm going to deviate a little bit from Charm Dance and talk about stainless steel imports and duties and how they impact prices and consumers. One of our family businesses has been importing stainless steel from Austria for 18 years. And the Europeans had a competitive and comparative advantage on production of those containers because in Europe, the product was being used for fruit puree that went into the dairy industry. And in Europe, the consumption of yogurt, which is where this fruit ends up, was 26 pounds per capita. The United States was about half that, about 13.8 pounds per capita. So the volumes were different. The number of containers, the style of containers used in Austria or in Europe was probably a 10-to-1 ratio. We've worked hard to change that and importing more containers, but that's changing now with the duties. The inflation or the 25% duties that are Section 232 by the president is going to raise the price of the stainless about $25 to $50 a ton, according to industry estimates. That will move downstream to about a $22 billion price increase to people that utilize that steel. The profits in the stainless steel industry have been down. There's no question that we need an industry. We need a stainless steel industry. We can't be dependent upon others. But the United States is inefficient. Currently, our factories are running, according to industry standards, about 74% of capacity in 2023. So there's capacity that's not being utilized because they're not able to compete with product coming in because of their high labor costs or high energy costs and their lack of efficiency. We haven't invested heavily into our industry, so prices remain high as a per capita or per production, and that is hurting the industry. So as we put these duties on, it's going to slow down the imports or increase the prices. So we have an inventory. Our inventory just went up 25% in value, but we can't afford to bring anything else in. We're working on a deal right now with a chemical company that would be about a $350,000 sale. That is a chemical that's utilized by the American consumers, and they would utilize this container. But we can't afford to bring them in because the $50,000 is hit with a 25% duty, and that makes it cost inefficient. So they look for other ways to do it. Sometimes, in this case, a less safe and less sustainable way to do it. So stainless steel is sustainable. It's safe. It can be cleaned easily, but it's expensive, particularly if we work with just U.S. U.S. is the 17th largest exporter of stainless steel. So exporting the stainless steel is not in our game plan. We're about 1/10 the size of the exports of China. To be competitive and to support our industry, we need to invest. And the return on investment, the ROI per share for the 2025 first quarter estimates are a loss of 53 to 49 cents per share. So there's not a lot of investment going on. There's not a lot of people going, hey, this is a stock that's going to go up. We need to change that. And the way to change that is to encourage the investment. Increasing the price will change the incentive, but it's short term. They're not competitive. So the price for everything goes up, inflation goes up, and it impacts American consumers. Again, we need the industry, but we need to invest in the industry as opposed to just tax the imports. We need to figure out how to support our businesses, encourage them to make the investments, encourage investors to expand their visions on the opportunities of the stainless steel industry as opposed to raising the prices for everybody.